Welcome to High Performance Pitching, featuring Sarah Pauley, with instruction by Rick Pauley.
Okay, I'm going to try to show why I'm a big proponent of learning how to spin the Riseball spin at a early age before a significant amount of muscle memory is built in on a fastball and drop ball. So I've got Sarah set up here in a left-hand window with a Riseball and on the right-hand window with a drop ball. And we're going to move these forward and show you similarities between these two pitches and then where they're dissimilar and what makes what I think it difficult for learning a rise ball, particularly if you wait until you've been pitching for 3 or 4 or 5 years. It really is difficult to overcome all of the muscle memory that's built in. So you'll see that I'm moving this by hand, and both of these pitches are slicing down into the release zone. And remember, the rise ball's on the left-hand side. And you'll see the brush contact happening, upper arm, elbow kind of fitting right into the hip side, and then the forearm moving into brush contact with the thigh. But what you'll notice is that the drop ball has started to do a let's say a real good internal rotation or a pronation inward. So I'll move this forward a little bit, and what you'll notice on the left hand side is that the rise ball is attempting to not let that hand and wrist fingers pronate inward. So that's the difference between a rise and a drop, and it's right here. You can see this is what I call slicing, and this is a rise ball. And this is what, is, in my opinion, extremely difficult for young ladies to comprehend and learn. Some kids, are naturals and they can learn it really quickly. Others might never be able to learn it. Okay? So I'm going to erase that circle, and we're going to just migrate this forward a little farther again. And you'll notice that both these pitches release at about the exact same position, and what you're going to notice is on the left hand side, the rise ball, that hand is beginning to pronate inward, but she's got her at least 2 if not 3 of the fingers already off the ball, and they've already put some spin orientation or access into the ball. Okay, now both of these are right at the end of the fingertips, and the rise ball is kind of got the index finger more on the inside of the ball, and on the drop ball it's kind of coming right off the front tips of her index and middle finger. So, but as I roll this forward, you're going to notice right there you can't hardly tell the difference at all if you're looking at her fingers and hand and wrist, because basically the arm wants to, and it's designed to internally rotate or have that hand pronate inward. So that's, if you're trying to determine is it a good pitch or a bad pitch by, after the ball's this far out of their hand, pretty hard to tell. The key is when I get right back here, and I get right here, another frame advanced, and, you see how this one is slicing at the catcher, and this one has rotated such that the fingers are right behind the ball and putting the energy directly into the ball and trying to get a spin axis that's horizontal to the ground, but going from 12 down to 6, versus on the rise ball you're trying to get the spin going from 6 up to 12. So that's a backspin. And I'll just roll this back and forth a couple times. You can kind of see what happens here, and we'll let it go forward again. And there you are, drop ball, rise ball, both internally rotate in the end. So I hope this helps a little bit, and I hope that it encourages people to try to teach kids how to throw the rise and release action at a young age. Don't confuse that with thinking that they're going to have this fabulous rise ball, because it does take a bit of strength or speed, release angle to make that thing have the appearance of rising. So, but definitely teach them at a relatively young age how to make that ball spin backwards like a Riseball. Thanks from Polygirl Fast Pitch.
We hope you've enjoyed this lesson from High Performance Pitching. Please join us again soon to learn more about improving your pitching skills.